In this video, I'll teach you how to create a timeline view in Microsoft Project. A number of years ago, when Microsoft first introduced the timeline view in Microsoft Project, my initial reaction was, "Wow, this is really cool." I think it is a great reporting method for this tool, so in this video, I'll teach you how to create your own timeline view. So let's get started. Project reporting is the process of updating all interested parties about progress in your project. The timeline view in Microsoft Project is an excellent method for reporting about high-level activities in your projects. You'll actually create the timeline view during two different waves of planning. In the first wave, you'll want to add summary tasks, detailed tasks, and/or milestone tasks to the timeline view to report about tasks of interest. You may also want to rearrange those tasks in a different order in the timeline view as needed. In the second wave of planning, you'll be formatting the timeline view. To do this, you'll need to customize the elements in the timeline view to make the view visually appealing to all interested parties. To begin creating the initial timeline view, first display the Gantt chart view, then right mouse click anywhere in the white or gray part of the Gantt chart screen and select Show Timeline on the shortcut menu. This displays a built-in view known as Gantt with Timeline, by the way. Then place your mouse pointer on the split bar that's on the bottom edge of the timeline pane. Click and hold to grab that split bar, drag down on the screen, and make the timeline view 2 to 3 times as big as it shows up initially to give it room to breathe. Now it's time to begin adding tasks to the timeline. To do this, right mouse click on any task of interest in the Gantt chart pane and choose Add to Timeline on the shortcut menu. There, I've added the Design Summary task or deliverable to the timeline view. If you want to add a block of tasks simultaneously, here's what you can do. Select the first task, then press and hold the Control key and select each additional task of interest. So I'll go ahead and select the first 3 plus integration testing, and finally let's select deployment. When finished, release the Control key, right mouse click on any one of the selected tasks, and choose Add to Timeline. There, I've added that block of tasks to the timeline view. When you've added all of your tasks to the timeline view, you may want to move them into a little bit different display order. I'd like unit testing and integration testing. I'd like those tasks to be displayed below the testing task. Here's how to do that. Select a task that you want to move. Then click and hold on that task and drag it down to the position where you want it to display. There, unit testing is now shown below the testing task. Let me move integration testing as well. When you add tasks to the timeline view, you may also find that some tasks have such a short duration that the full name of the task doesn't display in its timeline bar. Notice the deployment task only shows deploy in the timeline view. In a situation like this, you can drag the task either above the timeline or below the timeline. I think I'll drag it above the timeline. So to do this, select the task that you want to drag, then click and hold to grab it, When you drag it above the timeline, you'll actually see a little outline. Let go of your mouse button when you see the outline. There, I can now see deployment. That's known as a callout, by the way. The other thing you might want to do is to add some milestones to your timeline view. You can do this the same way as I showed you previously from the Gantt chart pane, or you can actually click in the middle of the timeline format ribbon on the button called Existing Tasks. That will display the Add Tasks to Timeline dialog. And in the dialog, all you need to do is select the check boxes for each of the tasks that you want to add to the timeline view. So I'd like to add the Design Complete milestone and the Development Complete milestone. And I'd like to add the Integration Testing Complete milestone. And then finally, I'd like to add the final milestone, Project Complete. There, I've now created the initial timeline view for this project. To do the second wave of planning in the timeline view, I now need to format the timeline view. There's a few things that I personally like to do. Let me show them to you. The first thing that I always do is I get rid of this green box at the left end of the timeline view. That's actually called the pan and zoom pane. It doesn't do anything good for the timeline view. It's meant to show you how much of the Gantt chart is currently visible in the timeline view. No help at all. So to get rid of it in the timeline format ribbon, click the pan and zoom checkbox to deselect it, and bingo, it's gone. The second thing I always do in formatting the timeline view is to get rid of these date tick marks at the top of the timeline bar. They're not needed because I know the dates that everything is going to happen. So to get rid of those date tick marks, click the Date Format Pick List button, scroll all the way down to the bottom of the menu, and in the Show Hide section, deselect the timescale item. There, the tick marks are gone. Finally, I like to add some different colors to the elements in the timeline view. So I'll select the Design bar. Then I'll go to the background color pick list button and I'll choose a color of interest. I'd like orange lighter 60%. Now I'll select the development bar. I'll go back to the background color pick list button and I'll choose green lighter 60%. I'll select the testing bar. And for this, I'll choose gold lighter 60%. Now I'll also select unit testing and integration testing so I can format both of them at the same time. I'll go back to the background color pick list button, but I want to use the gold theme, but I'll take gold lighter 80%. And then finally, I want to format the deployment task, but I can't use the background color pick list button. That's only for bars. What I have to do is use the font color pick list button, and I'll choose a standard color here called purple. And there we have it. I've completely formatted the timeline view. It's attractive. I think it's ready to show my project stakeholders. Now you know how to create a timeline view, and you even learned a couple of tricks along the way. As always, I sure hope you found this video useful. If you did, remember to like, share, subscribe, and click that notification button. And as always, I'll see you in my next video.